What is up, guys? I wanted to revisit this watch. I know I did like my little 1 minute watch review series, but I wanted to give this some extra TLC since it is an awesome watch. Really cool heritage. It's a Russian diver, actually. Vostok Amphibia. It is has a great value as well. I picked this one up for about $70 or $80 on this one Russian website. It's just a really cool piece and very highly functional. Some of the history behind this piece was that it was actually invented by a few Russian scientists who were kind of on a mission to make a good dive watch for for the Russian Navy at the time, and I think this was back in the Cold War era. So they were it was a challenging proposition because Omega and Rolex and all those those watch manufacturers, their designs were proprietary, so they were confidential. They had nothing to work off of, and they essentially just built this watch from the ground up. So it's a cool watch with some awesome history. And in terms of the dimensions, I think this guy is under 40 millimeters for sure. I think about 39 or so millimeters in diameter. It's got actually a bi-directional bezel, and it's kind of mushy. It's not like the best action ever. It doesn't have a lume pip, but for the money, for the history, this is just a really solid piece in terms of value. It's got this really cool domed acrylic crystal at the top, which just really, really shines. I love domed acrylic crystals, whether it's on a $70 watch like this or on a Omega Speedmaster. It's just a really cool design element back of the 60s and 70s, and I wish more watches had them actually, because a lot of people gripe about the fact that they're plastic crystals and they don't age well, or they might get dented easily or scratched easily. If you go online and purchase a compound called Polywatch, that will actually get scratches off of acrylic crystals like magic. It's this, you can get it, snag it for $15 or so off of Amazon. You dab it on the watch, you get a cotton pad, you wipe it down, and it's like new again. It's like magic. It's insane. I've had a vintage Timex that I bought, and it was covered in scratches when I first got it. And once I used the Poly watch on it for a few minutes, a couple of small applications, it almost looked like new. There were a couple of small dings in there, but honestly, that's pretty cool. That's better than having to replace like a sapphire glass or something like that in the event that it shatters or what have you. Anyways, it's loomed hands, hour and minute, and then it has the lume little circle on the seconds hand as well. See it ticking away there, very nice. And obviously a defining feature of this watch is the scuba dude. So this is kind of colloquially referred to in the watch community as the Vostok Amphibia scuba dude. And it's got this date window here. No quick set date on this guy, so it is kind of confusing, kind of tedious to actually change the date on this guy, but we'll get into that. There's a little bit of a hand wind element to this. I'm not sure how well it works, to be quite honest. If you guys know something about that, let me know. No hacking on this guy, but it's just very straightforward as far as all that's concerned. So to change the date, there one of two ways, right? You can either rotate this thing all the way. I think I had it on PM or something. That was the last time the watch was on. You can do it that way and just rotate it around 24 hours, and and at midnight it'll change. That's a traditional way, right? Another way is that you can actually keep turning it and turning it until it's about to change, I believe. Oop. I think you can actually, yes, you can move it back, swing it back, and then move it forward again, and that'll actually give you a quick change there. So that's a little life hack, in case you guys were curious. There is a way around it. It's obviously not as easy as having pulling the crown out one position and changing the date that way, but nonetheless, there's a little hack there. It's got some applied, or sorry, the lume. There's lume pips around the edge of the bezel as well, The loom isn't spectacular on this one, but it does hang on okay. You know, it hangs on relatively well throughout the night. So it gets the job done. Pretty cool engraving back here. This is Amphibia in Russian, and some other engraving back here in Russian. I actually don't know what it says, so if anyone knows, please let me know in the comments below. It's got a screw back case back here as well. And this particular example came with this rubber strap, and this is an updated strap. I think this watch actually comes with, the default model comes with a stainless steel bracelet, which I've heard a lot of negative reviews on. It's, you know, not the most comfortable. It pulls hair and all that. So, and that, you know, I'm glad that this particular example I have here came with this rubber bracelet. It's very comfortable. So yeah, I think Vostok is a great brand. I think this watch is great. They also produce some really cool really cool models out there as well. I think they actually have a hand winding watch that I would love to review and get my hands on. It's called the Classica, Vostok Classica, and it's actually a hand wind wristwatch. So it's similar to the Timex Marlin almost. It's, you know, hand winding, like a dress watch, kind of like a reissue. But the cool thing about that watch is it actually has an exposed case back where you can see the movement and everything like that. And again, that watch comes at an amazing value as well. So really unique watches, really cool value, really fun pieces. So let me know what you guys think. Be sure to leave a comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know what you thought of this video. Take care, guys. Cheers.